His wife must be upset.
Yes. Did you ever meet her?
No. He talked about her a lot. I don't think she could have kids. Lucky.
Why did he paint you so often?
I was his model.
Did he ever mention someone called Earl?
Who? Did you ever meet Harry?
No.
He was very generous. A really nice man. Told great jokes.
Well, you'll always have a happy memory of him.
Yeah. Poor bloke. Made me look better than I am, didn't he? Did me a right favour there.
It's only Doyle does know.
Why lie?
I don't like to think about it. Well done, Lewis, finding it.
You all right, sir?
Depressed.
I've got to go and be presented sponsorship for next year's course. He dropped a hint at the Chancellor's bash. There might be a little something for us. Can't help thinking it's all PR balls.
Go and work your charm, Ian.
It's not charm they want, Morse. It's obedience. Woof. Woof.
That's how you remember them best. Young and happy. I've been storing some of his old gear. Table tennis. Fancy a game, Lewis, old son?
Ian Matthews found me this. It's Cézanne's painting of Earl's home in France. Apparently they sell for 80p.
Very nice.
It's 30 kilometres from the town of Cahors. That's where Harry Field went last year for the wine festival. Interesting, isn't it?
I saw Harry's dad. Had a game of table tennis with him. He used to play a lot with Harry. Kept the table. He beat me, actually. Paul Earl's name meant nothing to him. He says Harry would have mentioned Earl to him if he'd known him. They were very close. Tony Doyle's name touched a nerve, though. Didn't like him at all, nor did Harry.
Did he say why?
Yeah, suburban.
Fairly damning.
I've been wondering about the money Doyle kept lending Harry. Why would Doyle do that?
Well, if he was having an affair with Helen Field, could be conscience, I suppose.
Harry knew about Doyle's taste in teenage girls.
And was blackmailing him. Not Harry's style.
I think Doyle's still at it.
Really? Blackmail wasn't Harry's style. Anyway, what sort of money are we talking about? 20 here, 50 there?
Over a long period of time, though, from what people say.
Yes, but even so. Harry probably resented having to borrow from Doyle at all. You don't know your wife's having an affair, your friend's loans must seem annoyingly generous.
So how did Harry afford his Grand Cru wines?
People like Harry just do, Lewis. Not everyone has a jar for the gas, a jar for the rent.
Did you know Doyle's wife's very wealthy? From a long line of jewellers. That's how he can afford to run an Aston Martin on a school teacher's salary. And the car, heard outside Harry's studio in the early hours of the morning, sounded like a specialist car. Powerful engine. Possibly Paul Earle's Ferrari. But then Paul Earle wasn't having an affair with Harry's wife.
Doyle isn't a killer.
Hello, this is the number for Harry and Helen Field. Sorry not to be about. Leave a message after the tone.
Hello, this is Harry. I'll be home tomorrow.
Hello, this is the number for Harry and Helen Field. Sorry not to be about. Leave a message after the tone.
Hello, this is Harry. I'll be home tomorrow.
They're saying it must have been kids.
Why not spontaneous combustion? Why not the wrath of God?
Hello, I'm afraid Paul Earle cannot take your call right now. If you'd like to leave your name and number after the tone, he'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Sir?
Hello, Lewis.
I've looked into Harry Field's bank account. He wasn't broke. An £18,000 cash deposit in June this year. Unfortunately, no corresponding withdrawal from Tony Doyle's account.
I said Harry wasn't a blackmailer.
Bit of a dark horse about his finances, though.
I wonder if Paul Earle was in England during June.
He usually comes over the week before Wimbledon. George Drummond, the security man, told me. But what would Earle give Harry 18,000 quid for?
Certainly not for a painting of the house. Cézanne didn't earn that much, and he was good at landscapes. It would have taken Harry 2 minutes, drunk or sober, to get from the pub to here, across the field to the house. Surprise visit. It's possible, Lewis, possible.
What was Harry doing here?
And why should a hut in a remote part of the estate suddenly burst into flames? I suspect that's where they hid Harry's body for a week, and that's why he was dry when we found him. I think we should speak to Mr. Earle again, formally this time. I want a search warrant. I want to see Earle and his staff.
Right, sir.
Right now, I want a drink. was he alone?
It wasn't unusual. He often went out to do things alone.
Meet people? People you knew nothing about?
I don't know.
Were you over here in June?
Yes. Wimbledon.
How many extension telephones are there here?
Why? Here. Paul's office, the bedrooms. A copy of the Cézanne.
A copy, of course. Hello, this is Harry. I'll be home tomorrow. Mr. Earl mentioned Harry Field to me. Did you know him well?
My English. I cannot.
Du wirst mir antworten. Es kommt auf dich an.
Anything?
No.
Forensic thinks some sort of spike was used. Severed the spinal cord. More accuracy than force, they say. And that skid mark on the road is 30 feet long. Must have braked pretty hard for something.
We should look at the
burnt-out hut. Already told them to.
Right. Good, Lewis, very good.
Morse?
Morning, sir.
Well, we've got a very important corpse on our hands.
Yes, I preferred him as a suspect.
Here. What's this about you putting your papers in?
Who told you that tale? I'm thinking about trying for promotion. Look, I'm busy.
Any chance of putting in a word for me, Morse?
About what?
Replacing you.
Excuse me. I had a meeting with you.
Sergeant Lewis!
Aye, well, I'm afraid it's off. Sir.
How long has your firm been retained to lobby on behalf of Paul Earl?
Oh, we've been on this particular project for about a year. It's all very much under wraps until 3 months ago. I think the Guardian got hold of it first.
How was he to work for?
Charming. Uncompromising.
How are you doing for him?
Well, we had the Minister for the Arts seriously considering the proposition. We had a couple of tame MPs we retained pressing for it.
In Parliament?
Well, certainly in the corridors of that building. That's why I've stayed on here. There's some correspondence I really should retrieve. Actually, £5 million to hire such a wonderful collection was really rather a good deal for the good old British taxpayer.
You've seen it, then?
No, I just had to sell the idea of it coming here.
I'm sure the good old British taxpayer would be delighted to save Mr. Earl the cost of housing and insuring it.
Well, they were getting the chance to see it, though.
Not if they lived in Newcastle. What is that?
Lavatory clean.
It's been more than cleaned, Lewis. It's been disinfected. Harry Field. Did you scrub the car clean after it'd been in it?
He's lying.
Bill's secretary's organised a solicitor for him. He's coming up from London.
And he's just sitting there waiting to be released. We won't get a word out of him. He's too much to lose. Well, how many people do you think it took to throw a body over that bridge?
First you want me job, now me office. Fancy me jacket, do you?
I've just shown somebody in. Mr. McCabe, solicitor for the German bloke you've got. Oh, and Vodafone call for you. Getting a car phone?
Oh, yeah, for me Ferrari.
Are you the investigating officer?
One of them. If you'd like to wait in reception.
I don't think so. I've driven up from London for this. Has he been charged?
No.
Do you intend to charge him?
I couldn't say.
Then perhaps I should remind you that under the provision of the Police and Criminal
Evidence Remind me.
Act...
It's in my pocket. The Vodafone bills here. One call listed from that car phone on the day Harry was last seen. Guess where they phoned?
To the house. Earl's own number.
Right. At 20:57, a time when Harry could easily have been in the area.
The secretary assures me that Earl didn't go out at all that day. So why would he go to the garage, pick up the car phone, and phone his own home 100 yards away? If Harry had tried the front gate, security would have stopped him. Coming in via the fields would have brought him out near the garage. Now, what if Earl and our silent German Carl saw him? What? Confrontation, demands, or placatory words from Earl, more likely. Harry's message to his wife was recorded and phoned to her 4 days after he died. If you heard your wife's recorded message, you'd assume you were speaking to your home. But I think he was speaking to a tape in Earl's office, 100 yards away. If I'm right, Harry Field phoned in the alibi for his own murder.
We never proved that, sir.
Not unless Harry speaks to us from beyond the grave.
Oops. Do you want a drink?
No, thank you.
I don't usually at this time, but...
Did Tony Doyle throw acid over Harry's work? A car was heard in the early hours near the studio. The acid attack was a petty, vindictive act, in my opinion.
Oh. Character assessment and accusations. Tony didn't kill Harry, if that's what you're driving at.
He wouldn't have been capable.
Oh, that was loaded. Why don't you ask Tony?
My sergeant will be doing that.
Oh, separate interrogations, eh, Gov? You've probably been talking to Maddie or Freddie or Julia or one of the other bloody diminutives. Supercilious bunch, aren't they?
Are they?
You don't have to be a gentleman about it, Morse. I know what they think. Did they tell you Harry was impotent by any chance?
No one said anything.
Oh, well, I expect he said it was my tubes or something. We had a bit of an upsy-downsy marriage, Harry and I.
Yes, I know.
Oh, good. I'm glad you know, too. The more the merrier. Sorry, Morse. It's just very hard to... You'll have guessed about my heady romance with Mr. Doyle. We packed it in some time ago. He didn't want to risk being thrown out and losing the house and Aston Martin. Harry knew. Tony was always lending him money. Harry said he felt like a pimp. He might as well behave like one. No, Tony didn't chuck the acid.